Hello Pisces, this is Victoria and I'm here with your April tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your personal space, your career and your workspace, and we'll get you guidance on how to best utilize the energies of the months of April. And then I'll post some messages from your personal interest to yourself. And as always, we'll begin with a quick message. It's going to be from the Sacred Traveler this time. I do have a surprise for you for the main tarot read, because I just got a brand new deck. It's called the Mermaid Tarot, and I'm going to be using it for a reading today. So it's literally, I just got it today, and yours is one of the first readings that I'm doing using this beautiful new deck. So it is very interesting. It will be challenging me a little bit in terms of specific cards and the symbolism and the notions and things that I'm used to, right? And giving it a little bit of a new meaning. But that's the fun, right? With using different decks. So let's get started. Hope you guys are doing great. I apologize for delaying the horoscopes this month, but I was in the process of moving, and I'm still not 100% done, but at least I'm in my new spot. It was just nuts. There were some days when it was like, I'm not doing any readings. I just can't, and my self-care needed to be prioritized. Please remember that these readings are for Sun, Moon, and Rising Pisces. So if you're watching this for a Sun sign, please check out readings for your other positions as well. And of course, if you're new, please subscribe so you don't miss any of the readings I'm doing throughout the months. Apart from horoscopes, I'm doing daily one card readings in shorts. I do twin flame readings. I do special edition readings for lunation events and similar other important astrological transits and energy portals. So yeah, definitely subscribe not to miss any of it. And check out the description box for more info on my content and services. And for all of you, I appreciate your likes, guys, your comments, your shares. It helps me, first of all, get feedback from you, and also spread the word and get this message out to people who need to hear it. Alrighty, so you've got cleansing waters, Pisces. Very much up your alley, on brand for Pisces. Purification activates vibrant life force. You are the water baby. You are water element, and water nourishes you and helps you cleanse and not pour away, what's the word? But basically wash away anything that's not that's a burden or that's outlived its time or something along those lines. Not all of it has to be negative, by the way. We sometimes narrow our focus onto that, or we're thinking like, why did this thing live my life? It wasn't really negative, but it wasn't nourishing you either, or it wasn't helping you expand your field, your energy, your life. So, and that sometimes is a good enough reason for it to go away. Okay, with all that said, let's see. We have a new moon coming up just a few days from now on April 17th. That's going to be new moon in Aries. I'll be doing a special edition reading for that for sure. I miss those so much, and I'm excited that I now have this space. It actually, right now it's dark and it's evening, but it actually has a lot of daylight in it, and one of the reasons I got this specific layout was to have that and to be able to record. So yeah, I'm actually quite excited. All right, so for your personal space and love life, you have the Nine of Pentacles. The Magician. This is Gemini energy. And the Queen of Pentacles. You can be dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. For your career and workspace, you have King of Wands. Could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. You have Two of Cups. Always fun to see the Soulmate card in the workspace, right? Which, by the way, I don't talk enough about actually meeting your life partner at the workplace, but it's possible, right? Or through some kind of project that you do together. And 8 of Wands. But anyway, I'll speak about this in a minute once I'm done with the spread. And then the advice from the universe is King of Swords. This is air now. So that would be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Have the Tower. This is Aries energy. And the Two of Wands. And there's also like a volcano eruption in the distance, or at least some kind of fire. If it's a fire, it's a big fire, let's put it that way. Something is brewing, something is happening, something is about to explode. I don't want to say in your face, but it kind of looks that way. And the important part about it is not just like, oh, it's gonna explode in your face. It's more like it's gonna be dramatic. It's gonna shock you most likely. But that would be like a momentary reaction. And after that, there will be release of the burden, and it will feel like a blessing. You will feel lighter because you now have the knowledge, or you now don't have to worry about that something that falls away. 10 of Cups, look at that at the bottom of the deck. Emotional fulfillment, and you have your people here, right? This is about that, quintessential, like your inner circle. These are my people kind of stuff, right? And those people, by the way, are around, even if they don't necessarily call you every day, or it seems like they're busy doing their own thing. Energetically, they're with you, and remember that you can call on them when you feel like you need support with whatever it is that is happening in your life. You don't have to make all the choices or to figure everything out alone. With all that said, so for your personal space and love life, you have the, just said not alone, and it's like this especially cards are quite singular. 9 of Pentacles, Magician, and Queen of Pentacles. So there's definitely someone in your life, whether it's a life partner, a friend, a parent, who is showing you how beautiful family life can be, or a partnership, a committed partnership can be with someone else. Whether it's explicitly or implicitly, but you're starting to see certain beauty and certain charm in areas that seemed mundane or boring, or you just didn't think it was for you before. Now you're seeing that there's something very special about it, right? Like creating a home together, starting a family together, making it yours, right? And taking care of each other with your person, right? Or of each other and your children, for instance, right? That there's something magical in that process. But in order to get to that partnership, the universe is asking you to look at your own space, your own life, and how satisfied you are with it, and how much authority do you think you have when it comes to designing your own life blueprint in your own space, not with somebody else, because that's when you can immediately start saying, well, I need to consult my person, or my person is doing ABC, so that means by definition that I cannot be doing XYZ, right? So it's limiting, but it's convenient because it means you have to figure out less stuff for yourself, right? Some of the things just come to you as a given, and you're like, that's what it is, right? And then if you remove that factor, then it gets scary, right? Because it's like almost a blank canvas. And what would you create if you have that choice? Suddenly, imagine for a moment you're teleported into a different realm, different life. What would your dream life look like? Right? And it doesn't mean necessarily that you have to be alone, or this is a hint that you will be. It's more like, if you know what you want for yourself as an individual, you will be able to integrate that into your family life, into your partnership. And by the way, it's not just the partnership with your life partner, but with your friends, with other family members, or whoever else is claiming your time and space and energy. Okay, for your career space, you have the King of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the 8 of Wands. There's definitely somebody coming around, most likely fire sign or somebody who has a lot of fire in their chart. The person could be older than you, but most importantly, they have that passion and drive where they are not afraid to take risks. It actually is fun to them. Maybe they're an adrenaline junkie, but you know, sometimes you might go into the extreme, but putting that aside, you understand that there are a lot of similarities in your values and priorities in life, and that makes you a great team, a great union of partners, because that way you can move into the same direction together, and you don't even necessarily need to say all the same words or do it in exactly the same way, but you have a common vision, you have common motivation, and then when it comes to details, you can kind of complement each other with the strong suits that you have in terms of your personality and life experience, where maybe you are a little milder and paying attention to detail and taking an empathetic approach. This person has a lot of drive and they're willing to overcome any challenges or obstacles or deal with any difficult people because they're so excited about the project and the possible outcome of it. And this is where you can create a partnership where you can teach each other a lot, where you can inspire each other, but you can also see how your own strengths play a very important part in that recipe for success. Okay, got it. Lost one card, but I got it. So when it comes to the advice, you have King of Swords, the Tower, and the Two of Wands. So I kind of started talking about this already, that there will be a shock moment, there will be a surprise, there will be an explosion of some sort. I meant metaphorically speaking, but who knows. That will get you to reassess the choice of direction or the choices that you're about to make, right? And it will get you back into the numbers, the analytics, the the reports, the market status, into all that good stuff, because you'll be like, well, I can't just keep floating with it. I can't just keep rolling with, whatever I'm given or whatever somebody suggests. I need to do my own homework, my own research, and then decide. Because now, after the explosion and some old structures falling away, I need to be careful with, I need to tread lightly, or I need to reconsider my steps, because the conditions have changed now. So I can't just be following the inertia and doing the same thing, because the circumstances are different now, and it's totally normal that you'll want to replan, rethink, re-strategize. Okay, last but not least, let's get you messages from person of interest. Messages for Pisces from their person. All right. We've got the Temperance, clarified by 5 of Wands. Yeah, your person is trying to find their inner balance, especially between masculine and feminine. This usually has to do with certain patterns that appear to be triggering in a person's life. It could be within your relationship, it could be with other feminines, masculines that they encounter. But it starts taking toll on them in terms of it's pushing them towards the disintegrated energy, or towards a shortcut, or towards a coping mechanism, right? Or towards an emotional response rather than emotional reaction rather than understanding the situation for what it is, and being wiser and more balanced when it comes to dealing with it, right? So they are establishing that balance in their life, but it comes at a price, and it feels like people have unreasonable expectations of them. For some, it will feel like they're being blamed for something all the time, or that maybe people outside of them, around them, don't care enough about what's going on with them, or what kind of person they are, stuff like that. So I don't really see anything specific for you, Pisces, or towards you, but definitely because it's the general mood and general mode that your person is in, inevitably it will have an impact, at least on your emotional connection with them, right? So up to you how you feel guided to act in this case, whether it's to give them space to live through that and figure it out, you know, how do they want to proceed, or, you know, allow them to heal, to find their truth and to heal. Or if you want to participate in this healing journey and help them maybe see some things more clearly, or offer a supportive hand, you know, just offering moral support with and helping them decode or demystify whatever is happening in their life that triggers them, that drives them insane, that gets this person to question if they're on the right track or if they have a correct understanding of life. I'm hearing very deep, but you know, it happens, especially when we get triggered multiple times around the same topic. We really start doubting whether we had you know, a fairly good understanding of what it's like in the first place. Okay, I hope this was good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please don't forget to like the video and of course subscribe to my channel, and until next time.